In this video, we're going to be exploring the features of buttons. So we're going to toggle on our button switch there. And buttons are going to be used in our module to activate different features or go to different pages or navigation or whatever you want to design your button to do. So the first thing we have to do is create a friendly name. So we're just going to make a certain button, say we'll call it Facebook. So whenever you click this button, you'll be redirected to Facebook. So the method is going to be a click, the action is going to be a link. You could either do hover or click, but we're just going to use click. Now we're going to use a link. And now we're going to select a button type. So this is when you're going to be using your sprites again, and we're going to click. We already have one made up here for our Facebook, and we can preview our button there. So that's what it's going to look like in the 4 different states. So let's just add a different button here then, just to show you again. Let's make a Twitter one this time. So we're going to click, link, everything else, and we're going to put in our button type or our button picture. It's Twitter. And we're going to do one more, just a slightly different one now. So this one we're going to call, say, a product. So whenever you click on this, we're going to see a product panel. So we're going to have a hover, open panel, and make sure it's a product panel. So we're going to just click a button type here. And those are our 3 types of buttons then. If you want to add another one, you can add another one there. So let's go to the studio now to see how these look then. So here we are in the studio, just a sample that I've made up again. So we now have the button featured enabled. So we're going to go here and we're just going to put a button there at the bottom for Facebook. And we're going to create another button. Now as you can see, you have button properties here. So these button properties, you have your Facebook is your default one, but you can change the default in the content plate. So we're going to change the second one to Twitter. So the next thing we're going to click on is action and trigger action. So action is going to be the action that's going to happen when you click onto it. So at the moment, it's basically just a link. So we're going to link it to facebook.com. And again, you have your options again if you want to open it in a new window or keep it in the same window. Now we're going to do the same thing for the second button there. We're going to select an action for it. And we'll do twitter.com. So there are 2 buttons there. So now we're just going to add a third one just to show you something different here. So say we want a button for that chair there. Say that that's what you're advertising, that chair. So you're going to select the action and you're going to have an overlay panel. So we have a product panel there. You can choose any different one that you want, but for the first one, we're just going to go through a product. And then you're going to trigger the action, and this is what's going to pop up whenever you click on it or hover over it in this case. And you can edit your product panel again just by putting in any image. If you want to put text in, you have your text panels over there to add in. So every time that you hover over this button, this is what is going to come up. Again, you can change buttons in your content template, or you can change them here in the studio to change the action or the trigger reaction. And that's it on buttons then.